It was a night when, all things considered, the tale of tales was told. The night of shooting stars, with a soundtrack of owls to the silvery moon, was a girl with white and gold flowing hair, under a cape of black and gold, walking a distance that her feet took on the roll.
Through wildflower meadows, warmed by sunlight, then through to midnight, lightened by twilight, butterflies dancing through the woods to her delight. Nature was her beating heart, through her veins it reached every part, through time would never be apart, till she lay her head to its beating heart. Eyes looked far, searching for that home that she could hardly remember, windows full of roses, and the smell of honeysuckle on the tip of her nose, birds singing the delight for first light to her delight, flowing warmly sunlight while she lay her head so softly she thought how tired she was. Could she not just a while stop and lay her head? But her head said no, she must keep going. Then in the corner of her eye she saw a flickering, a blue light behind the shadow of a tree. Her head said keep going, but curiosity won over, so she walked so softly over to the blue light. Not a butterfly, not a bird. She rubbed her eyes, thinking how tired she must be. Stepped back in amazement. It was a fairy. Her eyes full of wonder and delight. She thought, is this a dream? So she pinched herself. No, it's real. If she said hello, would it be gone? But curiosity won over again. So softly she stepped forward and said hello, and to her amazement, fluttering right up to her nose, she could see clearly tiny features from its head to its toe. To her surprise, it said hello. She said, are you real? And the fairy said, I'm as real as you are to me. Then, when she was about to utter another word, it was gone, nowhere to be seen, or so it would seem. Bereft of losing the magical thing, then she thought, if fairies are real, what else is real? Princes in castles, witches on broomsticks, knights on white horses. Up at the tree and saw a red apple, and her tummy rumbled. How hungry was she? So she picked the apple and had the biggest bite, and laughed out loud. What if Snow White was as real as me? Would I fall asleep and my prince kiss me? But my skin is not as white as snow, or my lips as red as a rose. Oh, I wish they would be. And she ate the apple till it was all gone. Then she put her black and gold cape on, and walked swiftly to the road ahead. As she walked and walked, the road ahead became narrower and darker, and became harder to see. She thought, where is my knight in shining armour to rescue me? Then she felt something funny in her shoe. Down, a smallest frog jumped from her shoe. She picked it up and thought, how funny, and kissed it on the nose, 'cause you never know. Then all of a sudden, without warning, a bang and a flash of lights, the frog was no more, but a knight in shining armour. Her eyes so wide with wonder and awe, she said, am I dreaming? And once more pinched herself, just to make sure. Then the man in shining armour stepped forward and said, my name is Prince Emmanuel. And he bowed his head and said, I'm all yours. She stood there, wild-mouthed, then thought, if fairies are real, why not fairy tales? And with a smile and a spring in her step, she took his hand and said, where is your castle? After all, this is a fairy tale.